Page.
And I'm John Curtis.
And
we are
two nerds in a garage. We are still setting up. I don't hear anything. I think I kind of hear me. I don't know if my mic is good. Oh, there I am. You have to turn up the volume. Pump up the volume. Pump up the volume.
Wow, that's amazing. I thought we were getting serious there for a second.
Place where I got to turn. People who are listening to this are like, "What is wrong with these two?"
Mm-hmm.
Probably people watching it too.
Yeah. Hi, nerds.
Good morning,
Good
nerds.
morning.
Brian, Jason, and Justine here already.
Hello.
Jason says that intro screen is how LA looks when we're all in trouble.
It's just the way we feel since we're so spoiled.
Are we talking about the snow?
Yes, the winter.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna put on socks today and
Yeah.
put a snow. And he did a snow timer, and it's like 58, 60 degrees,
This is
75.
Bone chilling for you.
It's beautiful outside. Last week you were in I don't know where to put this anymore. I don't know.
I put on
Good morning,
socks.
Levi. Thank you for joining us. And nerds around the world, we're glad that you keep coming back
Hello.
for more.
What's up for today?
We are gonna talk about what's the biggest and baddest weapon from sci-fi movies.
Ooh, we're gonna recap Wanda.
And we're gonna
Vision.
battle out the greatest quotes from our favorite films.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
We're gonna dive into social media and what kind of influence is it on our nerd community?
And
good, bad, ugly?
A lot more stuff. There's a lot of stuff. This is a lot. There's a lot of stuff on this paper today. Our producer Harley is just hating us every morning.
But she's styling.
Profiling.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I did wear socks for you, and our idea was for me to show them, but I'm so inflexible that there's no way I can get my leg up.
They're Gryffindor socks that go all up to his knees. It's pretty funny. You wanted to give a shout out to the original OG nerd.
We have a nerd that passed away, Mr. Dustin Diamond, Screech. Yeah, I mean, it's going way back.
R.I.P. dude.
Left us too soon.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Okay. Audience, while everybody's giving in, here's what I want you to do today. You're trapped in a hallway with Boba Fett.
Okay, I like this.
Wait, you?
I don't
Bad
like
Boba
it.
Fett.
Okay, yeah. The new Boba Fett is
the
different.
lead of the last show you watched is your only hope. Are you making it out?
I read, "Are you making out?"
Would you make out with Boba Fett?
No.
Is the question. No. Okay.
Not then, not now.
What? Prime Boba
Mando
Fett?
with the helmet on, Mando with the helmet out. No.
Okay. So, okay. What's the answer for you?
What show did I watch last? I fell asleep watching Last Man Standing. So I guess not Tim the Toolman Taylor, Tim Allen and Last Man Standing. I'm screwed.
You're
because
totally
he's basically
screwed.
just going to be like, eh.
I, however, am set because I rewatched WandaVision.
Before bed?
No, this morning.
Oh, this morning.
Yeah.
So basically,
And
he did a lot of stuff this morning, but the things he was supposed to do. It's all coming clear.
the Scarlet Witch is fighting for me against Boba Fett. I'm set.
You are kind of set.
I'm good.
You're fine.
I'm good. How about you, nerds? Who's protecting you?
But I'm also okay. That's fine.
What?
We'll just see what the nerds. Who's protecting our nerds? Again, nerds for just joined. You're trapped in a hallway with Boba Fett. The lead of the show you last watch is your only hope. Are you making it out? Levi says, I think it's a no. He watched Resident Alien.
Brian McKee's got Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so Andy Samberg is his
You're
protection.
screwed.
You're screwed.
Justine, I just watched Matilda. She could totally use her magic mind powers. Matilda versus Boba Fett.
I would watch
that's a
that.
great sketch.
That's
I wanna see that.
yeah.
Oh,
No, that's actually a great pitch.
Ask Kim online. Okay. Chip and Jonah Gaines. I don't know who those people are. What show is that? Vanessa Van Helsing. Oh yeah, Van Helsing. I don't even know that show, but she's probably pretty tough.
Yeah, so that's actually another pitch. Van Helsing versus Boba Fett. Ooh.
Van Helsing versus Boba Fett versus Matilda.
Mm-hmm.
I'm voting for Matilda. I have a question for Harley's not a millennial. What you're like Gen what? What's your
Gen Y? No.
Gen Z,
Gen Z. That's
Gen
a
the best
thing?
generation.
Ugh.
What are we? Gen X?
We're at Gen X. The best generation.
So Gen Z. Harley's always had a thing for I would say Anakin Skywalker, right? Like it's like, oh yeah. Okay. So can you put up the meme for us? Brian Coop says Monk is his savior. You're dead.
Actually, no. Do not underestimate Monk.
So Holly's gonna put up this meme. So it's it's a picture of Obi-Wan's standing next to Anakin Skywalker. From which movie is this, babe?
This is that is Attack of the Clones.
And it says the most unrealistic thing in Star Wars isn't spaceships or the Force or the lightsabers. It's that Padme chose Anakin when Obi-Wan was right there. And I thought of Harley. You could take it down, Harley. I thought of her because I was like, I know you're a Ewan McGregor fan, and you're an Anakin fan.
He's not. But that's the thing, though. Is I'm not attracted to Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I'm not attracted to that version of Anakin.
No one is. It's Anakin
It's
with
the
his long flowing
hair,
hair. Yeah, see?
So
Simpatico.
if you had a
That
pick
means I have a crush on Anakin
Between
too.
those two,
between Anakin and Ewan McGregor, is it Ewan McGregor like Moulin Rouge? Ewan McGregor?
Mhm.
So I'm
or
gonna play.
Christopher Robin.
Really? He's so nerdy in that.
I'm gonna say the train spotting Ewan McGregor.
Oh, I don't even watch that. I don't even know.
Hey, you know what I'm talking about.
I just thought
Check-
that meme was so funny because I never even thought about it. But like, because you're right, Obi-Wan is not like he's not like, oh, I'm attracted to Obi-Wan. I never thought
I'm not
that
attracted
either.
to wiseness. Stupid.
I would put that Obi-Wan next to long-haired Anakin. That would be a better
Yes.
discussion. However, no one's gonna like this Anakin because this is the Anakin that said, "I don't like sand."
And with that, good morning, nerds. Maria watched WandaVision. That's why she's late. So
Ooh.
she's going to be saved.
Ooh,
She also has Scarlet Witch. Actually, it's not Scarlet Witch. It is, they are purposely not calling her Scarlet Witch in the show.
is that why they said?
They're like, oh, does she have a funny
Yeah.
nickname? No.
Nope. That's why.
Her name is Wanda. I mean,
Okay.
what's her last name?
Maximo.
I almost said her name is Wakanda.
That's for later. Save it.
Petro, I think he's her brother.
Pietro.
Pietro.
Yes.
For you nerds who are wondering what the heck we're talking about, you just showed up. We're basically asking, you were trapped in a hallway with Boba Fett, and the lead of the last show you watched is your only hope.
Yeah.
And it
Mine's
looks
How I
like
Met Your Mother.
Harley's in trouble.
Yep.
I'm in trouble.
I am not
John's
in trouble.
making it out with his WandaVision.
The not Scarlet Witch.
Okay, so you wanted to share something with us, baby?
Yes, please throw that up on the screen, Harley. Read it out loud, babe.
All right, so this is Ryan Lawrence at Ryan Lawrence 21. If Back to the Future came out this year and Marty McFly went back 30 years as he did in the original, he'd be playing Smells Like Teen Spirit at the dance. Yeah, 1991 being as long ago now as 1955 was then.
He'd be singing Teen Spirit.
I'd watch that one.
That blows my mind.
So not even kind of the same either.
Yeah.
Maybe is it our age thing? Because like for her, she'd be like, he's going way far back.
Oh my
I don't think of
God.
that as way far back.
Yeah, exactly.
The 50s feels farther back than
Yeah.
the 90s.
So in the 80s, when we were watching that, even the 90s, like every time he goes back, I'm like, whoa, that's really far back, you know. Don't you think so?
Yeah, 50s, not 90s, not even 80s.
Holy crap.
Summer was watching RuPaul's Drag Race
Oh,
again.
she'd be set.
Boba Fett ain't messing with no drag queens.
That's right.
I want to show you guys something that my sister posted. This before you set it up, Harley. It's basically a side by side comparison of Disney movies, and it blew my mind at how unoriginal Disney is. So Harley, if you could put that up, I will hit play on the screen share. So as you can, it's really hard to see because it's so small. But can you tell what's happening
What?
here?
Wait,
I can't make
that's
it bigger.
insane. What?
Exactly the same.
No.
So for those of you watching, we're watching right now Mowgli versus Christopher Robin in the original cartoons. And they're literally, it's no longer available. Dang it. I had no way to pull it down. So you can't see the rest. But literally,
those lazy bastards.
but literally, there's so many of those. Like, it's not just that scene. Like, there's a lot of scenes.
Oh, I wish we could have seen them all.
For
I know.
anybody who didn't see, it's Mowgli and
Thank you.
Christopher Robin.
What did you say?
I did.
You couldn't hear it very well.
Oh, okay.
That's
That's insane. I can't believe it. Lazy bastards. Come
Uh,
on, guys.
Coop says, I just heard yesterday that if the Wonder Years was on today, it would be portrayed in 2001.
Oh, man. God.
Good morning, Mama. Welcome to the chaos.
Wonder Years portraying 2001 also blows my freaking mind.
Justine, about the films we just watched, there are several films that are exactly the same animation, different characters. Yeah, I need to find the whole thing so you could see it. Like, it was ridiculous. It was literally like they just replaced the characters and the scenery.
Well,
like, exactly like how they walked. What did they each threw something?
but those
like,
are hand drawn
They did the
back
exact
then.
same thing.
They were
or maybe they
hand-drawn.
took the hand drawn. I don't know.
They
They're-
probably
pick
just
some-
animated around the basic version of the sketch.
Oh,
So, baby, I've been wanting to bring this up to you for a while.
please
Uh,
hit me.
so two of my I guess I'll say Black Magic counterparts,
Mhm.
Terry and John.
Black Magic being the camera.
Yes, the camera, and also Black Magic Collective, which is the filmmaker group I run. Which, if you're a filmmaker and you're not a part of, it's free. Why haven't you joined yet? I'll sit here and wait for you to go.
Do it.
Okay. Terry and John had a conversation, and it was just funny to me. I know Terry's always bring up nerdy conversations. I was actually really proud that John was being so nerdy, but he says, Terry and I had a deep conversation this morning about the baddest big weapon in sci-fi movies. They agreed. Before I tell you what they agreed, let me see. What do you think is the biggest, baddest weapon
Well,
in sci-fi?
something along the lines of a Death Star.
Okay. Wonder what the audience thinks.
It imploded.
And also on the other thing, the chip says same animators for the movies.
But the director has got a storyboard, right? Is he
And it-
essentially saying,
The
"Hey,
director-
I don't want to
doesn't
dig.
matter
I don't want to
in
dig into
animated.
that. I want
Right.
to know about your biggest, baddest.
I told you,
I know. I want to see what the audience says. So, what they said was they agreed that the Death Star is not the best
what?
because it had a flaw and
Yeah.
wasn't much bigger than a Womp
Okay,
Rat.
how about a fleet of Death Stars like they did in Rise of Skywalker?
That doesn't count.
What do you mean?
He says we went down the path of Star Blazers, Evangelion, and the Death Blossom in the Last Starfighter.
Nah. Death Blossom is very deadly, but it doesn't destroy a planet.
Although-
Hello?
Thanos' gauntlet.
Oh. Ooh.
Summer says RuPaul's
Mm.
heels.
Powerful.
Dave says Rocket's gun. Rocket's gun is it more powerful than the Death Star?
It's not, but I like picturing Rocket shooting the gun. Oh, wait. He's talking about Rocket's gun in the original Guardians of the Galaxy that he kind of jimmies together. Is that the one? Yeah, it's got to
I
be
don't
the
know.
one. Anyway, that is pretty
Mother
powerful.
Fox and Mermaid. Every time you're on, I have to be careful how I say your name. It says the incredulity. Say that word.
Well, I can't see it.
Well, you could if you looked at your own screen and not mine.
Okay.
Anyway.
Incredulity.
Incredulity is hilarious. Mother Foxen.
All right. So everybody's caught up with WandaVision. I hope.
Oh, it was good. Spoiler. WandaVision spoilers.
Yeah.
WandaVision
You might want to
spoilers.
just walk away for the next 3 minutes.
Da-da-da. I've got WandaVision. That's been playing in my head. I can't tell you.
So I want to
nonstop.
tell you something that happened last night that showed you just how ridiculous John Jedi Curtis here is. So it's the end. It's the end when the big. I won't even say who the surprise is because we have to talk about it.
Oh yeah.
So
the
close
best
your
part.
ears.
Okay.
So
the
at the
ending of
end,
episode 5.
When her brother shows up, he's like, "Oh, it's her brother," and I was like, "Yeah," but recast, and I start laughing, and then Kat Denning's character they cut her, and she goes, she
they
recast her
him.
brother, and then he's just mad. He's like literally hitting himself, going, "No, that's the original guy." I was just like,
Who was it? Evan Peters?
It was Evan Peters.
The
So
original is Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Well, I
told you
had to
this.
finally pull it up, and I told him I was like, "We had this discussion last
I
week on the
hate
show."
being wrong about nerdy stuff.
He was so adamant that I was wrong. And then when I pulled up the photos, he just lost all color because it was angry, like hitting himself angry.
That was a little over the top.
You didn't hit yourself?
No, I'm saying I was a little over the
Oh,
top for hitting
okay.
myself. So, to give context to everyone listening, and if you don't know what we're talking about, the Marvel Universe has 2 Quicksilvers. Okay, they have one on the X-Men side, played by
Evan Peters.
No. Oh yeah.
Yes. You're saying
These
no
guys
again.
are so confusing. So on the X-Men side, played by Evan Peters, and on the Marvel side, played by
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
yes. So I thought it for sure the Marvel side. However, it was the better one. I think Evan Peters is the better Quicksilver.
Well, that's what I said on the show last week. I said that of course, they were gonna have Evan Peters do it because he's more famous. And then Harley said that the other guy is still famous. I'm like, not famous enough for me to remember his name.
So apparently they've cleared up
But here,
all the.
no, well,
the-
here's what
the-
here's what I'm gonna bring up though. It's actually it was written in an article. The Quicksilver moment is the equivalent of Kirk and Spock showing up to train Baby Yoda for Starfleet.
This is the original.
Yeah.
It's considered one of the biggest. It's the actual biggest crossover event in entertainment franchise history. That's what they're calling yesterday. And here's why. It doesn't seem that big, but here's why. It actually cost $71.3 billion to do that crossover.
What? How do you figure?
Because it cost Disney paid 20th Century Fox $71.3 billion for X-Men. And now they can do what they want with those characters.
It's so great. I'm so glad.
Me
that
too.
having them separate was just stupid.
And I always liked Evan Peters as Quicksilver before I knew who Evan
Yeah.
Peters even was.
Well, as far as like the two properties though, like Wolverine and Spider-Man are buds in the comics. They have a bunch of adventures together, and now maybe we can see that. I'm really happy about that. But just to tie up the WandaVision thing,
Mhm.
he was alive on the X-Men side. He's dead on the Marvel side.
Correct.
Correct? How are they gonna do this?
WandaVision. We need that to be like
He also
a-
looks
a-
much younger than the original one.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does.
I'm looking forward to it. It's really good though, and I think it's a show you have to watch twice because the second time around, it was great. They, what's his name? Wu?
Benny?
No, the FBI
Jimmy?
agent. Jimmy.
Jimmy Woo.
Jimmy Woo. So he had this discussion. They recapped essentially in a minute's dialogue, the end of Endgame. He's like, "Yeah, Wanda almost took out Thanos, almost did it by herself." And then, Kat said that, and then Wu comes back with, "No, actually, Wanda or Captain Marvel actually almost did it herself." And then there was a moment where Rambo turned away, all mad at the mention of Captain Marvel.
Wow, you really did get a lot of stuff that second watch.
Yeah.
Maria says, "Yeah, I have too many questions, and her bro died. So how?
It's in the movie, so not Civil War, Age of Ultron.
No, she's saying how's he back?
Well,
Also,
he's-
this is I think this gives me permission to record you next time you act like a crazy person. Coop says next time John has a tantrum because he's wrong, someone needs to get it on video. That is my permission. So
We'll
you
have
can't get
hours of
mad when I
footage.
that
I-
means they can never get mad again because it's quite embarrassing.
you would have got mad had I pulled out the phone yesterday to record you. But now the nerds want it. You got to give the nerds what they want. All right. We got to do something so mom knows she can listen again. We're back.
Listen, come back.
We need to have that. We need to have like a
Yeah.
spoilers over. Thing.
I need to talk about something with regard to WandaVision and the blip and the Marvel Universe as a whole.
Okay.
So, Harley, can you throw that up my screen? This is part of a discussion.
It's the
Okay. What if you blipped while driving, or worse, flying? Do you reappear at the same point relative to Earth?
ooh,
Yeah.
that hurts. my
There's a ton of people dead that just reappeared in the middle. Oh, I was
No.
going to Hawaii. Now I'm
brain. Well, they
falling
did
into-
though because she
Oh.
reappeared next to her mother's side, but her mother was no longer there.
Ant-Man didn't.
Yeah, that's some real. That's some. Marvel just does what they want. You know something else is happening
They
is some of them
do.
are calling the blip the return, but someone had called the blip the when they all went away. But then they also called it like the event or something else was another name for it.
The whole thing was the blip, like when it happened, when they like jumped. And it was like a.
Huh.
But Ant-Man didn't. Remember, because he was trapped in like a cage or something.
No, Ant-Man was in the quantum realm.
Oh, that might be why, because he was in the.
Well, he was
quantum
trapped
realm.
in the quantum realm.
Yeah, that's why he wasn't affected
Did
by
everybody
the blip
else
at all.
come back right where they were?
Maybe.
Maybe like the
'Cause- but
person bringing
here's
them
the weird
back
thing-
says they're all back safe.
Because let's talk. Okay, so you're on an airplane. You're flying. You know, you're leaving California to go to New York. You're halfway across the country. You disappear. The plane doesn't disappear. The pilot's still flying.
Right.
So now you come back midair.
That's what I.
I know.
I'm
I'm
probably
trying to.
come back on the landed plane.
This
You
is.
think?
This is it. If I
That's
was
the way that makes me feel better.
if I was a Marvel executive trying to defend that, this is what I would say. Oh, if you're snapping the finger and you have the gauntlet on, you just kind of mentally say everyone comes back alive and safe.
uh-huh. Sure.
It's a cop out, sure. But how else are they gonna do it? You can't.
Oh, yes. And going, that's my thing, makes a good point. We're going this whole thing with the brother. Multiverse people, it's about the multiverse.
Yeah.
Which
So
they're gonna bring into Spider-Man. I think.
yeah, the multiverse is going to start making all of our brains hurt more than the blip question did.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be everybody wrapped into everything and trying to figure out where the timelines go for everything.
I mean, Spider-Man Into the Multiverse wasn't so hard to follow.
That was a cartoon.
well, no, you're saying it wasn't hard to follow, but now put it in the whole cinematic universe.
Sure.
When Spider-Man was here in this scene with other Spider-Man, and then this was happening over here with this Spider-Man, how does all that timeline go? I actually trust Marvel to pull this off because they've been very well with it. I would not trust any of the other franchises to pull this
Yeah,
kind of timeline off.
I'm sure they have 100 people sitting around a table like with placards that just moving pieces in the big chess game of Marvel
All right,
entertainment.
let's get into some fun stuff.
I like turtles.
This is what happens when I let him be in charge of things.
I gotta thank the guys for that one. They told me, "Do I like turtles?" Can we see that again?
Uh,
I like turtles.
yeah. So because he keeps doing these crazy, ridiculous transitions, we decided we would have a meme challenge. Maybe every week we'll see how it goes. But basically put up that photo to show them this week's challenge. This will be on our website or on our Facebook. And then basically you guys will just fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
And just underneath in the comments, and we'll pick a favorite that we'll show on the show. You'll find out if you won, and you will win fabulous prizes.
Yeah, we'll send you nerd stuff.
So, I just have to remember to put that up because I don't have anything going on in my life. It's totally boring. I'm not completely overwhelmed at all. Send help.
Babe, I think you have a show you want to talk about, perhaps a binge show of the week.
I do, but here's the thing. It's not a new show. It's not a show we've just discovered. It's a show that I want to make sure all of you guys are watching because if it goes off the air, I'm going to be angry and I'm going to blame all of you.
We need help.
Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist is
Really good.
possibly the greatest show for my directing life that's ever existed. And it needs to go into like season 6 because maybe by season 6, they'll finally give me a shot to direct it. It's so good though. Is it not so good?
So after the first season, I loved the first season. I'm like, they exhausted all of their, what can happen now? Is she going to be with him? Is she going to be with him? Then the second season is just a skyrocket straight up. I
It's
love
so
everything
Fun
that's
and
happening.
carefree and fun and just funny. And
But the stakes are still high.
I love it.
She
I
on the
love
last episode, she did ecstasy and it was hilarious.
It was hilarious. If you're not watching it, you need to go catch up right now.
Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist.
It's so good.
They don't pay us.
But I also want to make another show that I just discovered. It's a show from 2009. So first off, I've been watching the new show Call Me Kat with Mayim Bialik, it's a cute show. It's super cute. But then I discovered Miranda, the show it's based on. It was from 2009 to I think around like 6 seasons.
Mhm.
The first episode was so funny.
That's the guy with Lucifer, right?
Yes. So it's Miranda's the British version of the show. I'm so terrible. I don't remember the lead's first name. I need to get that. But I watched it was in episode 2 before Harley comes in and goes, you know, that's Lucifer. And I was like, what? It's like Lucifer, Tom Ellis, Lucifer. Is it?
I'm the one that no. Sorry.
Wow.
No.
Wow. Anyway, he's like baby face and super cute, adorable, and nerdy. And now all I can see is like a sexy Tom Ellis Lucifer.
Miranda Hart.
Is that her
Thank
name?
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, it's nice having a producer. Because it's so funny that so I was watching episode, I think 3.
I like it better than the
And-
Mayim Bialik.
Well, yeah, because it's just funnier and over the top. And I love Ab Fab, so it's kind of like a nerdy Ab Fab. But John was sleeping and I was watching it and I was laughing so much I kept waking him up. So then I started like holding my laughs in, but I was still waking him up.
Don't ever hold your laugh in. I don't care about waking up.
you
When
can't
have I
wake
ever
up.
been cranky waking up?
A lot, but you weren't. But
False.
here's the point.
False.
But here's my point.
Lies.
How many times do I literally laugh out loud at shows when we're watching them?
Very rare. Very rare.
And I was laughing the whole episode.
She's a great lead.
So if you like British comedy, it's on Hulu right now. Watch Miranda. Justine, if you like Ed Fab, yes, you have to check out
Terry's
Miranda.
agreeing with you.
Terry says Miranda so good.
Jason agrees with me. Turtles.
Foxen says, "Shut up! I love that show." That might have been about Zoe's I might have missed it.
I think so.
And Terry says, yes, don't ever hold your laugh in. I
Thank
think that's a
you.
good rule for life.
That is a good rule for life. Hold on, I'm gonna hold a laugh in.
It's gonna come out as a fart.
It was how you stole my joke thunder.
You wanted to show me some happy nerd pictures. I like happy nerd
did.
pictures.
Please throw them up, Harley. So this dude dressed up as Frozone. He is so like it's so great. It's so look at this.
That's hilarious.
And
Whose cosplay is it?
Cosplay Nay.
Can you at COSPLAYNAY if you're listening?
Yeah. And it was on Facebook originally, and someone was like, the kids were asking him, "Are you cold?" He's like, "I'm never cold, only cool."
Someone hire that guy to do some fun things.
Yeah,
If
seriously.
you haven't already. But then also, does he have to share his revenue? Back to that
Oh
again.
yeah, cosplay.
Okay. So John wants to do this new game.
All right, let me tell you how this
First
came
off,
up.
I'm gonna be really bad at this, and he's gonna be really good at this. But you guys are
You're
part
gonna
of this
play it
game.
too, yes. So I'm at work and I'm talking to Cassidy, just a host that works there, and she's like, "What's the greatest quote from Dirty Dancing?" I'm like, "That's easy. It's
Don't sit baby in the corner.
Who-
It's not the
nobody-
greatest quote, but is it greatest quote or is
No,
it
it's
most memorable?
most
quote?
memorable from
Okay.
that movie."
Then everybody
Okay.
says
And I was
nobody
like,
sits baby in the corner.
No one puts baby in the corner. It's
Yeah.
an easy one. She goes, "No." It's like she said, "It's I have a watermelon," or "I carried the watermelon."
That's not the most memorable line of the
I never
movie.
even heard it, but
I love Dirty Dancing. I know which line she's talking about. You can tell her she's wrong. I just made a friend of me, didn't I?
But it had this spurred this whole debate on what the best quote was from a movie. So here are 5 movies that we're gonna give you. You tell us what the most is it the best or the most memorable?
I did most. So here's the thing. I've been so busy this week, like insanely busy. I've barely had time to breathe. And I didn't do and we were supposed to go and really think about this and like go, what's the most noted quote?
Right.
But I didn't have time. I'm literally doing it right now as he's talking. You're not even gonna read my chicken scratch. We don't know what each other picked.
No,
We want to hear what you said.
exactly.
So but basically what I'm telling you is I did the first thing that popped in my head.
Yeah, I did. I kind of did that. Like a few things popped into my head, and then I parsed it out. I'm like, all right, this is going up. So we're starting with Ghostbusters in honor of the best movie of 1984, according to the
All right.
nerds.
So
in the Nerd Dome.
nerds, what is the quote from Ghostbusters that you thought
The
of first?
number one quote. What are you saying?
Harley,
Let's
I'm
see here.
actually curious what you think because you love
Yes.
Ghostbusters.
What is the most memorable
What came
quote?
to you first?
What was the first thing that popped in your head?
Well, I was a Ghostbusters nerd, so I know all of the words to the whole movie. But
What
I
was the
guess,
first quote?
if someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes.
That's what I love about this. That's the first thing that popped in her head. That's hilarious. I love
Or
it.
don't cross the streams.
Aha!
Oh, that's
Glad
another
you
one.
said that.
Oh.
That was mine. Don't cross the
And then-
streams.
Well, I
But
guess they're
was gonna
behind
go
us.
with
But we're not
Slime.
supposed to sell this until the audience
that's
tells
true.
us some. But
Well,
I
it's
guess
the first time we're
the
doing
first
it.
time we're doing it, so I'll
Yeah.
show mine too because it's taken them a second. But I the first thing I thought of, and I might even got the quote wrong, so correct me how it goes. But I put, "We came, we saw, we kicked us,"
Yeah.
and I kind of censored myself.
We came, we saw, we kicked it. The
I really like that quote. I
chai,
say it all the time.
the chai pier says, "I ain't afraid of no ghosts." That's
Yeah.
from the song, right? I
It
don't
is,
think
but-
it's from
but-
the movie.
But you know what? But the song is in the movie, and whenever someone says Ghostbusters, what do you say? Who are you gonna call?
Right.
It is in the
And that's from
movie.
the song too.
You're right.
Ah,
You're right. You're
Terry says that's a big Twinkie.
right.
Nice.
Brian McKee
Brian McKee
Oh.
says, "Oh, he agrees with Haley
or Harley.
or Harley." Oh yeah, because he said the same thing. Ray,
Oh, Maria said what I almost said.
I've been slimed. Was
Which
Maria's.
the actual quote, Maria, was "He slimed me," but it's wrong. It's "Don't cross the streams."
Maria, do I have your permission to punch him? Because I'll gladly. do it.
she's the dumb one
Okay.
with the doctor.
The next one he put on our list was Forrest Gump.
All right.
What's the first thing you think of with Forrest
Forrest Gump?
Gump? Have you
Harley.
even
Never-
seen Forrest
Never
Gump?
even seen it, but I know a quote from it.
Well,
What?
that's
You've
a-
never?
This is a good test.
Forrest
though.
Gump is garbage movie. Sorry.
You haven't seen it. You can't say that.
It's boring. I saw like
I mean,
the first 10 minutes and I was bored.
You could think it's boring, but it's not garbage.
but
It's
Run
actually-
Forrest Run, obviously.
And that's exactly what I put as well.
Run, Forrest, run.
Yeah.
I had a hard time.
That's what the chip says too. Run, Forrest, run.
I was almost gonna say life is like a box of chocolates, But honestly, this is the first thing that popped in
Mama
mind.
says, "Run, Forrest, run." But Levi says that too. Life's like a box of
The
chocolates. I
chocolates.
think that's probably the
Yeah,
second most
right,
quoted.
right.
And Maria says, "I'm not a smart man."
Jason Smith, I was running.
Mother Foxen says, "Life is like a box of chocolates as
Uh-huh.
well." Okay, great. What's the next one?
Next one is Back to the Future.
This is, you know what? I've watched this movie a lot, and I had a really hard time. So I
the
had to
most-
do the one that I say the most. But let's see. Do you know? You don't know any quotes from Back to the Future, probably.
Something about a chicken.
A chicken?
A chicken.
Nobody calls me chicken or something.
Oh,
And she hasn't seen it, so that's interesting.
nobody
I find it
calls
interesting.
me chicken. That's a good one.
I find it interesting the quotes that someone who hasn't seen the movie. I think that's almost makes it more
more iconic.
qualified or something.
Yeah.
All right. Levi says, "You're a slacker." I don't know
Oh,
that.
that's a good one.
Where-
the
where was that?
principal's always saying to Michael J. Fox, slacker.
Uh.
You're a slacker, McFly.
McKee says, "McFly."
McFly.
Jason says what I almost put, which is 1.28 gigawatts.
Oh, I'm glad he said that. It's 1.21 gigawatts.
I
Because
couldn't-
that is the thing that
I-
kept
I-
popping into my head.
I thought it. Is it 121 or 28?
1.21.
Jason says 28, and
It's
I
21.
I
I
sent.
looked it up.
Oh,
1.21
Jason,
gigawatts.
I was going to take your side too. I was gonna have your back.
It's really nice to have him be wrong for once.
Coop says, "What are you looking at, butthead?"
What are you looking at, butthead?
Okay, so here's the thing.
Hello,
I almost put the-
McFly. Maria.
Maria. I almost put the gigawatts one, but I couldn't remember the number. So I was like, well, then I guess my most memorable one, and I'm pretty sure it's from the first one, was roads. Where we're going.
We don't need roads. That is the end of the first one, babe.
That's
Very
what I
nice.
remembered.
That's a great one. That's iconic line.
Do you guys like my little Gryffindors? Harley, my two daughters bought this. We're at Universal. It surprised me.
Oh,
And now I'm using it for good.
they match my socks.
And then back on just really quick on Terry says for Forrest Gump's mom, you got to put the past behind you before you can move on. I really like that. That's
Oh.
nice.
Yeah, that is.
The chip on Back to the Future says you made a time machine out of a DeLorean.
I was almost gonna put that. Doc, so you telling me you made a time machine out of a DeLorean?
That's a pretty good impression,
Oh.
babe.
Thanks.
Okay, I love these. These are great. And Jason also picked mine too. Yay. Okay. This
Next one,
I love this movie.
Billy Madison.
John probably already knows what I put because I say it to him
Well,
all the time.
This is the one of these. This was a moment where I was like, I love this woman.
Go
Are we gonna tell this story?
ahead. I think we've told on the show before, but people haven't heard it.
All right. So we're laying in bed, and I think it's
He's like looking at me lovingly.
looking at her lovingly. She turns to me and she goes, "Stop looking at me, Swan."
It
And I-
weirded me out.
right-
This was early on. very
Right
early
then
on.
and there, I was like, "She's a good one."
Harley, does a quote come to mind for you for Billy Madison? You love Billy Madison.
Today, Junior.
Today, Junior.
Yeah, yeah.
That crossed my mind, but it's not the winner for me.
Justine also says the same one as me.
Stop looking at me,
Swan.
Swan.
I say it
Shampoo
so much.
is better.
That's what Mother Fox and
Oh,
says.
yes. I didn't even see that. I just said that. That's perfect.
Levi does the song I've sung a lot. Sing it into his voice.
Can't
you can do
remember it.
Back to school. Back to school. So, Dad, you don't think I'm a fool. Jason Smith said the first part of this shampoo,
Shampoo is better. I go on first and clean the hair.
Lana,
Mine-
stop looking at me, swans.
O'Doyle rules. Jason Smith. Mine was chlorophyll, more like Boroville.
He does say that sometimes, but it's not the best from the movie. I mean,
What?
most people are
Nerds, chime
agreeing
in.
with
She's
you.
wrong. Am I right?
You gotta-
No.
you
What?
gotta go with Swan. Okay.
I agree. Stop looking at me, Swan.
I was surprised he
All
picked
right,
this fifth
fine.
movie, but it's one of my favorite. It's one of my top 5 favorite movies of all time.
I'm sorry. There's one more quote from Billy Madison. Thanks to the chipe.
Okay.
I choose business ethics.
Billy Madison's
That's
just full of
why I love
quotes.
this game, because you just get to quote these stupid movies.
All right, last one.
Last one. What is the movie?
Jerry Maguire.
Yes, it is. Jerry Maguire. I think there's really only
There's two. I had to write them both because there's two that are so famous that they have to be it.
I thought this you could only choose one because I'm going to show you that
I
mine
actually chose one, but
based on the nerd audience.
I chose one, but then I put this is the other one.
All right.
So we'll wait and see what they come up with. But Jerry Maguire has been one of my favorites forever. It's one of the rare movies I watch.
Yeah.
Once in a while. It's just beautifully done and perfection.
Thank you,
And
Levi.
Here we go.
Show me the money.
Yes, but Maria had what I thought, which was "You Complete Me."
Oh, I thought you were going to say "You Had Me at Hello." So there are 3 quotes from that movie that are
Ah.
iconic.
That's true. But I also put "Show Me the Money" because let's face it, "Show Me the Money" it's something that I say all the time
Uh-huh.
when we're in regular conversations.
Justine,
you had me at hello. But a lot "Show Me the Monies." Yep.
Maria, you had,
Brian, honey, can we please shut off this stupid movie?
is that in the movie? Jerry Maguire?
Oh no, is he talking about us?
Woo. Anyway,
Oh yes, the Chipe has a great one. I used to quote this all the time too. Did you know the human brain weighs 8
oh,
pounds?
that's such a great quote. I forgot about that one. That is a good one.
All
all
right,
right,
guys,
nerds.
let's move on.
We might revisit.
Did I do that?
Ugh, he did do that. Fine. Just please make up memes for us next week, please. Please save me.
It's Urkel. He pops up.
So this week's topic, I want to dive in with you guys because it kind of comes from the cancel culture, but it's a little bit more on the. So John and I belong to a lot of nerd groups on Facebook, right? And the other day he literally said, "I had to quit this group because blah blah blah."
Yeah.
And so the thing is, like, the group I think we both love most is Nerds Over 40 because it's just fun nerd memes that make you laugh.
Yeah.
There's no toxicity. There's another group that's supposed to not be toxic,
We won't name them.
but it every once in a while there's still quotes that are like, really, dude, like you're in the non-toxic group and you're still going to say that. So my question is having all of this, having this broader world of
Social media.
does it make our nerd world better because we can find fellow nerds and we can discuss and share and enjoy, or is it actually pushing the toxicity further?
Is it? It's a bigger pool of people, with your Facebooks and your Instagrams and.
I do. It's funny though. I'm not on TikTok, but my daughter and my sister will share TikTok videos all the time that are
Mhm.
funny. Actually, we have one here that Harley found.
You and me, right now, we're having it out. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
So if you don't know how TikTok works, I think Harley probably explained it better. But one of the things I think is funny is they do these sort of what they call them duets, right? So Harley could post whatever she wants, and then people will decide they will duet her, and they will be the
Uh-huh.
other side of it, and it creates all these very fun, different, what's it called, like creative ways of doing scenes.
Right.
I'm not on TikTok though, so I want to ask Harley: is TikTok mostly positive and fun? Like, is there an underbelly of people who are just as toxic as?
TikTok is mainly positive, but
Hmm.
the Harry Potter community has recently gone sour because there's been a bunch of like hate groups popping up and like spamming people.
A Harry Potter hate group? Oh,
Yeah.
no. Wait. Huh?
Yeah, like against like Jewish creators and Black creators. So
Wow.
Oh, internet.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like this great place for us all to convene and connect. And then it's a place where I just get angry and I don't want to be on it and look at it.
The internet's always been a place, you can go back to like chat rooms and like alt groups back in the day. I saw you just gotta, I don't know. Is it diluting the pool with just more of everything?
Well, I mean,
You just have
some
to sift through more.
well, the funny thing is, like, we are in a lot of the same Facebook groups or not for nerds, and we see the same stuff. So it's
Yeah.
like being recycled over and over.
Yeah.
Justine says more betterness than not, I think. Bigger, wider world to share good things.
Okay. Yeah.
Terry, it's fine. You attract what you are, and you are non-toxic. See everything, look at what you love, and that's all you see. Yeah, baby.
So I think that must mean I'm a little toxic because I see all that stuff and it
Well, you
drags me
look for
down.
it. You look for
That
it.
is possibly
look
true.
for it.
Well, here's the thing. Like I don't go on Facebook like at all. Like sometimes in the morning, if I wake up and I want to check my notifications, or before bed, mostly I'll just like
Mhm.
scroll, see what's going on. And it's mostly groups. Like that's what I
Yeah.
look at. I look at either the groups more than the news feed, and I'm like, oh, this is so cute. Oh, this is such a positive thing. And then you're like, look at all the positive, lovely comments. And you're like, oh, everybody's so supportive. And then there's the one dick who then your whole world just comes crashing down
There's
with their
always
one
one.
stupid comment.
I'm gonna say from a logistics point of view, though, it's a great thing because it's allowing more people to collaborate or meet or socialize in a positive way.
Especially during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Also, I do think that if we had more time, we really should be probably making some of these fun TikToks for nerds
Get on the TikTok with all the youngins.
on the TikTok. Is that part of the Twitter? If you can
you
only
should
see her
see
face
the
right now.
face that's being made at us right now.
Here's the thing: Harley's on TikTok, and she'll let tens of thousands of people will see her stuff, but she won't show us.
Tens of thousands of people see the stuff that I don't work hard on.
But still, you let strangers see your stuff you
No.
work hard on, and it's funny and it's cute. And every once in a while, she'll slip and show me something.
Because
We-
you're judgy.
We're not judgy
not
of you
judgy.
ever. See, this is my point. It's like
Mhm.
also here's the other thing: is John is. I mean, hopefully you're better about it now that politics have gotten a little brighter. But I want to say he's screaming into the void. Like John's always like he gets in these threads and then he gets all like angry. And he types, and I'm like, why are you? You're literally screaming to a void. Nobody cares. You're not changing anybody's mind.
Yeah. I mean, no, that's why I'm better at it, I think, because I realized it's pointless.
Did you realize it, or did you just go, I got nothing to talk about anymore? It's Jason Smith. Nerd culture is not more popular. It's just that everyone has access to a louder
Louder
platform
platform.
that enables everyone to be more comfortable. It's the same as
It's
politics or sports, even hate groups.
Yeah,
And Summer says, find your village and get comfortable.
that's right. Okay.
I like it.
I like it too.
before
So
we-
let's get on TikTok because we're hip, we're with it.
We're totally
right?
with it. I don't even know how to use it. We'll figure it out. I
I
do want to give it. Well,
would like to buy 2 drugs, please.
before we go into nerd news, I would like to say, you've been saying the chipe.
Oh,
He says, little sad John cannot pronounce my name right after going to
Chip-
school with
Chip-
him for
Chip.
years.
Okay. My
I
God.
said the chip and then you said the chipe, so I,
I-
thought I was doing it
I-
wrong.
It wasn't the full name. I don't know. There's so many handles out there. Mine's L.A. Rand, but you could go La Rand, like a lot of people do.
Oh my God, please make it end. Make it end.
It is that time.
Bump.
It is
Well.
time for the nerd news.
As if Disney Plus isn't done cashing in on their properties,
Oh, bring it, Disney.
here comes the Wakanda show.
I'm sponging what you're spilling. What?
We're never gonna be able to be on TikTok. Never gonna happen.
What? That's my
Uh,
first TikTok.
So my question comes again: are we saturating, or are we excited because they're doing everything right? So bring it on.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. 100% yes.
What is the Wakanda show going to be? Because it won't be about
Black
Black
Panther.
Panther. No way. No
But-
way. They're not going to recast.
But
Black
look how
Panther that early.
fascinating Wakanda is. There's so much that's
No, no,
unexplored.
I
about-
agree.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying, like, what's the show about? Is what I'm curious about.
The body politic of, you know,
Ooh, I like it. It's
Like-
like a political show, but in Wakanda.
exactly.
I like it.
How many tribes do they have that are fighting for power?
I like it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. A lot of stuff can go down.
All right.
Plus, you know, you throw in some cameos.
As long as Shuri's in it.
She has to be, right?
I would think. I mean, and everybody in the movie is freaking amazing. Every
yeah.
actor is just solid perfection.
You think what's his face will be in there from he was Bilbo Baggins. What's his name?
Oh, wow,
Bilbo Baggins, Watson, Sherlock Holmes. What's his name?
wow. Come on, audience. We have both had
Fact
a brain
checkers.
fart, and I love him so much. And
I-
just brain fart.
Brain and body fart.
Freeman.
Oh, what's his name again?
Martin Freeman.
Martin
Thank
Freeman.
you.
Thank you.
Jason says it could easily do a show about how Wakanda came to be.
Ooh.
That's what I thought.
And Maria says that an origin story. She likes it. That's an interesting
Mm.
take.
Oh, that's a great take. Yeah.
Mm.
The arrival of Vibranium.
I hate award shows. I
You
think they're
do.
political and stupid, but I do want to give a little shout out to The Mandalorian getting a Golden Globe nomination because has that happened before? Like, has a superhero type show gotten a
No,
Golden
I
Globe?
don't think so.
I think
Wow.
that says a lot about
I
the
didn't
show.
even think about it from
Yeah.
that point of view. I just like, oh, Mandalorian, it's great. It got a nomination. But you're right. No, like sci-fi fantasy show is, well, that might not be true. One of the Star Treks probably got nominated.
That's something I guess I could have looked up. before the
yeah.
show.
Great research, babe.
Where is resident fact checker Dave Hoffman when I
Yeah,
need
right.
him?
Mm-hmm.
So Jason Smith made a great point about the Wakanda thing, which is that they don't have to deal with the potential blowback of recasting Black Panther because he would be younger.
That's right. Oh, that's right.
Smart.
Yeah, they're smart. But that would go way farther back than that. Like he's not the first king,
Okay. So he wouldn't even be born yet?
probably.
Wow. That's really young.
Oh, when the show would end.
Okay, guys. So
I have so. Oh, let me pull this. Can you screen share real quick?
we're not giving them free ads. Oh,
So
that's
you love your office space. You're always looking for great office spaces.
I would not be in that though. I'd be claustrophobic.
Well, this is a concept car from Nissan, and well, you wouldn't be claustrophobic because it pulls out, and then wherever you want your office to be is where your office is.
Those of you listening and not watching,
Thank
it
you.
looks kind of like a VW Bug, like not a Bug,
Yeah.
a VW van.
Yeah,
That's tripped out so that you can have a little desk in the back that pops out.
I think it's
But
awesome.
I would hate that. I would never sit down that long. And two, I have that here and I still have to go inside because it gets too hot. I think your idea is dumb. Sorry, don't do it.
You can game anywhere.
Shut down this car. It's a dumb idea. No,
alright.
I'm sure there are people who would love it.
What
people-
else you got?
Like people want to travel, blah, 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 blah. Oh, so I thought this was really adorable. So apparently Patrick Stewart is just as big of a Schitt's Creek fan as I am. The one and only Patrick Stewart.
I love it.
And he like had mentioned at some point he wanted to interview them. Like he was so excited.
He should
He got to interview them.
shut up.
There's actually online, you can find it. Google
Why are
Patrick-
we seeing clips of this right now?
Google Patrick Stewart at Schitt's Creek. And
I want to.
you'll see it.
I see it now. Instant gratification.
Also, although I hate award shows, congrats to all the Schitt's Creek nominations. You deserve everything you get.
It's a love-hate relationship. You actually like the award shows
I really
when
hate
they
award
award
shows.
the shows you love.
Well, the reason I hate award shows is because one, it's not a competition. Do it? Oh, the
They're
rig. Yeah, yeah.
rigged.
That's-
I would say
I
the
was-
Golden Globes are kind of rigged,
All of them are.
but
I don't
the
get it. The
Oscars are not.
Yes, they are. They're all political because if you don't know behind the scenes, here's what happens. You basically have money in a campaign. So if you want to get nominated for an Oscar, for instance, you have to have a studio backing you with the money. So one, they can put ads out for your consideration ads, and they have to set up like dinners and lunches and stuff so you can go shake hands with all the old white dudes who are still the only people who are voting.
Yeah.
That's one. Two, it's not a contest. Like art is subjective. So I may literally hate. I've never loved any Oscar for the most part. I've never loved an Oscar winning
Mhm.
movie. I thought they were boring, and I love tons of movies. So how do you say, oh, this person's better, this person's better? I would say the
Well,
one
my
that's-
sense of artistic aesthetic is better.
I
than
would say the
yours.
one show that is the closest to actually being voted on, not rigged, even though it's still political and still you have to have the money. Blah,
People's
blah.
Choice.
No. Well, does that still exist?
I think
I was gonna
so.
say the SAG Awards because it's all
Oh.
voted on by SAG people, but a lot of SAG people don't actually watch. Like, say if it's a TV show, there's like you guys get like a book of like what 100 nominations you got to pick from to narrow it down.
Yeah.
You guys aren't watching all those, so you're going, oh, I like Jennifer Aniston, she's in that one, even though I haven't seen it. And so it's just that's why award shows I think are stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
And Jenna brought up the other point I was going to say is Dan Levy is hosting SNL tonight.
Ooh, I can't wait.
I never
staying up
care
for
for
that?
SNL, but I think I should stay up for that one. So there's no spoilers. We ain't staying up. We can never stay up past like 10 p.m. But
We'll do it today.
be excited for
It's gonna
that.
happen today.
You have any more film and TV news? John Curtis?
No, I don't.
I have some good news.
Please.
Later this
I do have another piece of news though.
Okay.
Oh, go for it. So, the Milky Way is probably full of dead civilizations. Did you know that?
candy bar. Kind of small for that.
So there's this story that came out, and they used the metric that calculated how many habitable planets there are in the galaxy. You know, millions essentially, right?
Okay.
So based on that metric, They said they probably had intelligent civilizations that have already died out by now.
It's also very sad.
Really sad.
'cause
We're gonna be one of 'em
we're
soon.
next. Exactly. It's not.
Get
fair.
your podcast in now.
Um,
Sun's gonna blow us up.
Jason Smith says, best award show, Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards. Prove me wrong.
I don't
I
think we
can prove
can.
you wrong. They nominated TikTok stars.
Oh, Jason, take it back right now. Wait, you
Summer's-
poo-pooed the TikTok crowd.
I don't like the TikTok people that they make famous.
Well, yeah, because I think that's like anything. There's a lot of influencers and folks who are famous, and you're like, how did they get famous?
Yeah.
But yet someone could
It's
make a really
bizarre.
good art, like very good art on TikTok, for
Yeah.
instance. Like Harley even has spent out like a half a day, if not a whole day, making a video, and it will get less views than her video where she just rants about something. Like it's there's no rhyme or reason.
I need Jenna to explain something. SNL airs early now. Is this true?
I thought it was still like 11 p.m.
11:30 after the news. This is SNL for the last 40 years, right?
Yeah, because I think we tried to wake it up before we did, and it was still later.
Huh.
But also I guess we could watch it. If it is earlier, we could watch it on NBC app.
Yeah. Is
Could
there
we-
like the West Coast?
I was like, can we
East
can we
Coast
log
feed
on
or
as
something?
MC app? Okay, we'll figure
Yeah,
that
we'll
out.
figure it out.
Summer says take a nap so you can watch SNL live. And Jason, you literally just wanted to join TikTok. That's on you.
Busted. Okay.
Um,
That's all the news I got.
okay, I have some good news.
Ooh.
It's going to be good for the post office getting money and good for us for having some fun because Star Wars droid postage stamps are coming this year.
Ooh!
We're going to have stamps with R2 and BB-8 and
What's
all
a
the
stamp
other
collector
random
called? There's a
weird-
specific name for a stamp collector.
Don't know.
Stamp collector.
But wait.
Nice. I'm very tired. I'm very hungry, so I'm ready to go. But I super love you guys and how vocal you are, and to everybody who's just joining us this week who wasn't here live before. Thank
Yeah.
you for joining
Thank
and
you,
being
nerds.
part of it.
Please rate, review, subscribe, tell your
please.
friends.
If you haven't hit subscribe on the YouTubes, please do that now. If you are a podcast listener, please add us to your Apple Podcasts. And
Peace out, nerds.
tell us what you think about SNL tomorrow morning.
Also, should we bring back the quote game? I liked it. Let us know.
Bye.
Bye.
You've been listening to Two Nerds in a Garage podcast. If you're having fun nerding out with us, please subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Rate and review as it really helps others find the show, which helps us. We're also on all of your other favorite podcast apps, as well as on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
This show is supported by our listeners just like you. Please visit twonerdsinagarage.com to find all the ways you can help keep supporting us, including our merch shop and direct donations through PayPal. Thank you again for being on this hero's journey with us.